Just let me take your picture. All right, everyone, and welcome to the Photo Organics channel, where we talk mainly about mirrorless camera body systems, APS-C a lot of the time, and how to take video and photographs, and we even dive into sound sometimes. So today we are going to be talking about that day when you got your camera with you, right? You're out there ready to take some great pictures. You line up your shot, everything's just right. You go to take the shot and you know, like you see a shot like this, the background, for example, is nice and bright, looks beautiful. You got your subject in front of you, like you're taking a picture of your friend, whoever, right? And so you go take the picture, and then what happens? You see that a couple things happen. You either expose for the person's face, your subject's face probably, right? And then it'll be perfect, but then the background is like completely blown out. Even if it's not like a super bright day, right? Or the other thing, of course, you expose for the background and then the subject is dark. And then you try to find a happy medium, and oftentimes what ends up happening is neither is really well properly exposed, leaving you with quite a bit of work left over to do in post. Now, there's nothing wrong with post-processing, especially if you're, using raw files where you've got some more image data to work with. But, let's say you just want to shoot some JPEG and make it easy on yourself, and rely, for example, if you're using the Fuji system, you got those film simulations, and I mean, they make great JPEGs right out of the camera, And so you would, especially if you're just taking pictures of friends, you wouldn't necessarily need to even do much with it, really, if anything, right? Just send it to them. So one of the things you can do is, of course, sometimes what I really like doing is to get that old filmic look. I actually do like to expose for the subject and have it a little bit blown out. I think it looks kind of good sometimes when that's what you're looking for. But what if you want a simple solution? Something that you don't need to make a compromise. Well, let me go get it. And I'm back. Okay, and this is it. The X2T, what? Okay, so let's put that on here. Okay, well, what's that? This is a remote control. This is a radio controller. And what this controls is let me go get it. Okay, and I've got it. This is a off-camera flash. Now, this is the Flashpoint Evolv 200. And, it's a wonderful piece of machinery, that's what you can call it, right? So this thing remotely controls this thing. And what you can simply do is line up your shot, expose for the background, turn this thing on to the appropriate power, shine it at your subject's face. It doesn't need to be this close. We're going to do some test shots here in a minute. And then fire away, right? And now, a lot of people use light meters and different types of things to measure the light and to get all accurate. That's fine, of course. I mean, there are professionals out there in the world after all. But for those of us who just want to take some nice shots, and don't think about it too much, well, just take some test shots. Expose, turn on the flash power, try it. If it doesn't look right, try it again, and just keep messing with it. Especially this one, this is the manual version, so this one does have TTL, but even so, I never use TTL. It's because, I just personally prefer the fact that it has, oh, by the way, TTL is like the flash's auto function, Like when you turn your camera into auto and it just exposes everything for you, right? Like if you put aperture, ISO, and shutter speed all in auto, that's kind of what TTL is for flash, right? So I don't use TTL. I just manually do it. I just adjust everything. I find a power, try it, find a power, try it. That way I can dial it in just how my eye likes it. And every once in a while, you might want to just at least check your histogram and make sure everything is all right. So let's take some test shots and see what that looks like. All right, guys, so hopefully you saw today how easy it is to use off-camera flash to get great shots with the background exposed properly and your subject exposed properly, not even using RAW. just a JPEG straight out of camera, and you get really good, well and properly exposed results with off-camera flash. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.